episode of the Freak Show. This is episode 134, and we have a lot of updates for you from Brett Wyatt being released, Ric Flair being released.
We got a lot of updates. Hopefully the audio is better. I apologize. The audio last time was not
good. It was not to par, so that was my mistake. I should have listened to the show.
It was all my mistakes.
So what I like to say, what I like to talk about is, I gotta tell you, you gotta watch the Suicide Squad. I thought it was very good. No, I'm not gonna get spoiled. Next week we'll talk about it, but it was very good. I thought it was very entertaining. It almost had that feel of the Guardian of the Galaxy. And,
well, she's good, so I have that.
And there was a lot of surprise. Like by the end of it, you're like, "Oh man, what's that?" And you gotta say, there's like 2 end credits.
Oh, was there? I didn't see any of those.
Yeah,
I was tired.
There's one other way at the end, you know, and it'll make sense, and you'll be like, wow, yeah.
Well, the one thing I will say, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoilers. I think they gave way too much away in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
They showed way too much. I think the ending, and that kind of upset me. But it's a good movie. It's a good action flick. Is it better than the first one? Absolutely. The first one sucked.
I thought it was way better than the first
yes.
one. You actually care about the him, and I was surprised at some of the people that got killed. Weren't you?
Yes. Well. It's James Gunn, and if you read the comics, they called the Suicide Squad for a reason.
Yeah,
people gotta die.
But it was like, wow, man, to the point that they did it so good that you're like, oh my god, anybody could die.
Seeing it's like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Seeing how much they pumped certain people just to have them die. I was like, okay, I get it. I mean, can I give one spoiler? Nah, I shouldn't.
You know who's my favorite guy? The Weasel.
But if there was one person I loved watching dying, I won't say who, but you'll watch it, you'll get it. I don't like him as a comedian. I don't like him.
Oh, that's the best. That was the best.
That's a good one. We have been for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So, not dead yet.
Still here. So what are you thinking about the WWF more releases? You know that they released Wade White's girlfriend, that JoJo, like 3 weeks ago or 3 months ago they released her, and they didn't really say much, and now they released him.
Well, I gotta ask, do you think that they are getting rid of everyone to sell the company?
You know what, the way it looks.
One of the big rumors is, let me cut you off, was that they're looking to show investors that they can have a lower output with a higher input to sell it for more money. That's the rumor.
Let me just talk about something. When the WWF network was running, it was perfect. They were doing a really good job. Because you can put whatever you want, you can watch the match. Now it's on the Peacock, and it's like horrible. It's horrible. It was terrible. Like, I don't know what they did.
How many pay-per-views are fucked up?
And then the other problem I have, you can't just go to matches you want. If you do, you gotta watch commercials or whatever. It used to be so easy. You pay your money on WWF Network, this and that. But I guess they wanted to do the Peacock, but they're like, you know what, we don't care about subscribers.
Well, because they have like $4 billion for it, some shit.
Yeah.
They got crazy money for it.
But then if you like in India, other places, you still have.
That I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why we can't get it here, but in India and like Asia, they still have the network.
Yeah. And I think the network was superior to what Peacock is doing.
But it's the same thing with Netflix. You go on Netflix and you have a different IP address. If you had it set like in Europe, you get different shows.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I no offense, I want to watch, Ex on the Beach UK edition from MTV because those girls, so what we call sluts here, they call them slags there.
Yeah.
Those slags are hot as shit, and they show a lot of their boobies and their butts. I want to watch that. I enjoy that.
That's the kind of entertainment that I like. That's what
I
want to watch,
see.
The other thing, what do you think about so what is it with Ric Flair? Supposedly he said that he asked for his release.
I think he did.
Or the WWF just released him. What do you think?
I think he asked for it. I don't know.
Why did they ask?
It could be mutual. I don't want to say yes or no.
What, so he's going to be the new hot commentator in AEW?
Well, who was it? I think it was Arn Anderson or Tully Blanchard put out as it happened. I'm like, really? With the Four Horsemen?
You know,
I can see it, but I mean, I hope not.
Oh, the wrestling community lost a great wrestler, one half of the Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby Eaton passed away. And supposedly it was bad. I think his daughter found him dead or something. It was something like that. It was terrible. But, you know, hearts and prayer go out to the Eden family. You know what? We're sorry for your loss. He was a great entertainer.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho doing a lot for his. Well, a lot of wrestlers did, but Jericho put up 5,000 for his funeral, which is awesome.
You know what was crazy when we went to WrestleCon? He was there. He was walking around, and he looked pretty good. I didn't think he looked bad, but supposedly
that was how many years ago? 3 now.
Yeah, it was SummerSlam weekend.
No, so that's what, 18?
No, it was WrestleMania.
Was it 18 though?
Yeah,
I had a year.
Whichever they had that WrestleMania. Yeah, which was the women's main event.
We're not live on Facebook.
Huh?
We're not live on Facebook.
Let's get you to see us on YouTube. We're live on YouTube.
Oh, excellent.
You should be live on Facebook. I think I put both things.
I was checking for
say live, but I didn't know. Oh, maybe I just did one live. Maybe I only did live on YouTube.
It happens.
You know?
Trying to find it.
Go to the live feed. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I got locked up. It's an outrage. But I know the show will be up and we'll record. At least I can listen to it now before we put it up. You know?
All right.
Another thing that's going on is, dude, what do you think about Scarlett Johansson suing Disney?
It's amazing.
But you know why they're doing that? Because she makes more money with the revenue.
That better? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They make more money off revenue when they're like in a movie, and because
she makes a lot more money. So she got a back end. She got a back end for the movies. So they get paid a percentage. In a good contract, you get paid a percentage of the movie sales, and this, that, the other.
You know what's wrong?
And now it's
Chris
Rock?
No, not Chris Rock. The guy from Rush Hour, him and Jackie Chan started that.
Chris Tucker, really?
Yeah, Chris Tucker. They took a percentage of the movie that it made in the box office. They paid more money. It actually made more money than.
Well, I know Bradley Cooper and the guy who directed The Hangover did that.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we don't want money up front. And they got him like $50,000 to direct The Hangover. He's like, I'll take a back end of the movie to just to do it. And same with John Depp. He did that with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
And he made billions on that shit.
And they're still making more Pirates of the Caribbean.
Without him, see, without let me ask you this. Because now it's coming out how all that shit was bullshit about him.
Yeah, but he won the lawsuit against his wife.
But he got put out of Fantastic Beasts. He got put out of Pirates of the Caribbean. He lost how much money in revenues?
Yeah.
Because she filed bullshit claims.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp was not like, if anything, Amber looked like
something. I'm sure he's not the greatest fucking human being in the world. Cheers. But to say things like, you know, that she was saying, fucked out.
It is fucked up. You know what the problem is?
But I also heard, again, we cut you off, that it's caused issues with the Aquaman Part 2.
But I think she's going to be in there regardless. Now, the Flash, they're doing the Flash. Have you seen the Flash? They got a great picture of Michael Keaton in the costume, right?
Yeah.
They also got a great picture of Ben Affleck driving that motorcycle, the single motorcycle in the city. Yeah, so Ben's in it. And it's the multiverse, so he's going to be going into another scenario that we're going to see the shows in the book. And you know what's the great thing? If you ever watched the show The Flash, he was on the Flash for a second, and that's where he got his name. Oh, Flash, I get it.
Well, he said that in Justice League.
Yeah.
You call it The Flash? Oh, it's good. Yeah.
You know what's the other thing that's amazing? Superman. Guys, I can't even say it.
Lois and Clark, man, it's good.
Superman and Lois is probably the best Superman story. The guy's the Eradicator. He went, they shot him to the sun. He's in the sun taking over power. This is amazing. But I think it's, you know what? Could the right player kill Lois?
Probably.
Do you think they're gonna kill Lois? Like with Superman, the other
No, because if they kill Lois, he loses his. If it was like season 7, yes. First season, no, they're not killing her off yet.
because she's so good, and then you got the kids and stuff like that. And I love the way they introduced Steel into the whole thing. It was very good the way they did. Like the storyline. Why is that show so good? The other show that I think is very good also is Legends of Tomorrow.
The thing is, we've had this conversation many times on the show about how DC will take chances on their TV shows and their animated movies and not in their actual movies because they don't want to worry about it. But the TV shows like Swamp Thing, Titans, which comes out next week,
that looks good.
season 3, they'll take chances and they're phenomenal. I mean, they're fucking amazing.
Dude, you see that they're doing a rated R Injustice?
Yes.
Injustice. Dude, how good is that gonna be on TV?
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I guess I want to see it. I can't wait to see it. But just watch the cutscenes in the video game. Same thing.
Oh my god, did you see the Bad Batch?
It's phenomenal.
This
Season 5, part 1. No spoilers.
Oh my
it
god,
was phenomenal.
That might be one of the best Star Wars.
Yeah.
So between that and the Mandalorian.
Well, Mandalorian was good, but as far as animated shows, Rebels was still by far.
Oh yeah.
And everyone switched the Clone Wars. Clone Wars is good. I think Rebels did everything that we wanted as old men and fans, and there was new characters starting the new stories. That's me.
Did you see what they did? If you buy the Cara Dune action figure, it's $65. Right now, how much you think that's going to be worth in a few years? Because she might not even, but she might be back because they're talking about her. You know, she might be back. Who knows? Like the whole thing that happened to her, people are just like, oh my god, this is terrible.
Again, look, I don't care. Pardon me. I don't care if you're mad about one thing. What?
Can I tell you something? One of the best looking women in the weightlifting contest is the one that's a transgender. The other women are. The transgender was the best looking one.
I still don't say that's okay.
It was like, oh my god. Those other women, they look, one look like Yokozuna.
Maybe it was Yokozuna.
It might be Yokozuna. But it was like.
Rodney's back.
It was like, holy crap. And then you got the woman that won the Olympic gold medal that now she wants to be do. I can see her being the.
Look, here's my thing. I don't care what you get upset about. I don't care what you're offended by. As long as you're offended and upset about it, across the board. You can't be offended if this person says it and not that person. You can't be offended if, Rob says something and I don't. Like, if you get offended by something, cool. But be offended across the board, and just because you're offended doesn't mean you gotta change it. Learn how to deal with your emotions. Don't tell us I gotta change everything about the world because you don't like it.
Yeah,
the world doesn't change for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And then we see the idiots who bring us into, well, that means blacks shouldn't be allowed to vote. It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with jokes and situations. And shit
I'm
around.
going to bring something up, like the vaccine. It's okay for a lot of people to get it, but once you tell a black person to get the vaccine, it's a racist thing because of all the testing they did through American history on black people, they made them sick and that stuff. And this is my thing with the vaccine. There's less deaths. There's in the New York Times. You can look it up. The New York Times just took a great article on the vaccine and why they shouldn't be mandated. They just a great article, and they broke it down. Like San Francisco got 8 million something people, 0 death. New York had 10 million something people. There was maybe 3 deaths.
13, yeah.
No, there were 3 deaths. Like the numbers. The problem is, you know what? The media, since Trump left, the numbers for the media has gone down. The only thing they have is the coronavirus. So these guys got to keep talking about the virus. Once Trump left the office, he was the cash cow. Guess what? They ain't making money. Nobody cares.
Shocking. A reality star was a cash cow.
What's the cash cow? Was the ratings from every news that was now the ratings have plummeted. If you look at the ratings, they have lost everything. So what do? We gotta keep the coronavirus, we gotta keep fear. Because scared people are the most easy people to con. Because they're scared, they have no backbone, and they're scared. And I'm going to break it down. This is what I think about the virus. I got the vaccine. And my thing is, how about the people that are asymptomatic? They don't need it, because they're never going to get it. Like if you're fat and obese like me, you should get it, because you got a possible chance of dying from this terrible, horrible disease. But some people are asymptomatic. Then you got the other people that it just doesn't get it. How about the people that are allergic to something that's in the vaccine?
Or the ones that have the rashes,
Yeah.
the blood clots.
So now you're gonna discuss. So now you're gonna make this thing unlogical just because people have the common sense is gone. Common sense in the United States is totally gone. Nobody got common sense. Everybody. Dude, there's so much data. You know what I love it? You bring people the data. They're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, this is the data. This is the data from the CDC. They're telling you this. And you know what? The best kind of immunity you can get is natural immunity. You don't have to get a vaccine and your body automatically fight. You know what? That's the best immunity you can get. You're not going to get sick. You're not going to die. But now with these people, this whole thing about, oh, everybody needs it. Some people are going to start losing their job because of this. It's going to be crazy.
The Delta variant, apparently 75% of people who get the Delta variant are vaccinated. No, so either it's making it more contagious or not.
No, but let me tell you.
I'm not a scientist, I don't know.
Look at all the Yankees been vaccinated, they keep getting sick.
Yeah.
But you know what the problem? The test is not good. It's the testing. The testing is false positive. It doesn't work all the time. But you can test positive tomorrow and then take the test next day.
And you're negative.
And you're negative. How the hell does that work? It's crazy. This whole thing is crazy. But people need to get to the thing. And I want to tell people very simple. If you got your vaccine, you're still scared to go out, stay home. We don't need you. Stay home. Because you're not producing nothing in society. And the United States learned we can't shut everything down. It fucked everything up.
No,
what's going to happen when this moratorium, how many homeless people, dude, the government's going to pretty much have to give everybody $10,000 just to pay the rent, a free house. And the landlords are going to, you know what, I'm not with landlords, but landlords need to pay for fuel, need to pay for insurance.
So that's one thing, so as far as the landlords go, the one thing that killed me was, they're not getting tax breaks, they're not getting anything. So they still pay taxes on the house instead of everything else.
They should get a tax break.
And I say to everyone, I don't care, I don't give a flying rat's patookie. What side of the coin you're on, red, blue, whatever. You tell me one politician has lost any money in the past year and a half. You tell me one politician that's come out and said, hey, I'm going to forego my pay this year for my constituents and they're all still getting paid. Everyone's getting paid but the American people. And the ones who are getting rid of Jeff, like what's his face? Amazon, Jeff Bezos. How much money did he make during this?
He made more money to the point that he put so much money that he got to go in that rocket that looked like a giant Johnson. Looked like a dildo, shoot it up.
Massage
and you know what? I think he lost the contract. I think Virgin got the contract. That guy Rich or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he got the contract. Yeah.
My point is again, look at all the politicians. None of them want. I have friends who are politicians. I grew up in high school. And I called them out on it. I said, dude, you keep preaching. Did you take a pay cut? Did you lose any paychecks? Did you lose anything? No, you didn't. I love the guy, but stop the bullshit. I love Justin. I do. He's a great guy. But he comes out and preaches constantly in Brooklyn. I'm like, man, you're still getting paid. You're not worried about paying your rent or being homeless. Stop telling everyone what they should and shouldn't be doing. If you know a politician that's not taking a paycheck or doing their paychecks, please comment below, let us know.
I don't think none of them are doing it.
Depending on the politics, I hate the politics, but look at Cuomo. How many women now come out against him? And it's like, well, we don't know if we should go against him. Are you friggin' kidding me? See, friggin', I'm not cursing.
Did you see the video that
that was Trump with 11 girls going, yeah.
And
mind you, I'm not a Trump supporter. But it was him.
But that's the double standard. If somebody that you don't like it, it's okay. You know the funny thing about Cuomo? Do you see that creepy video he took out about hugging people?
No. Is that Biden or
Cuomo? He took a whole video of him hugging people, and to the point that he's even kissing Clinton at one time in the Jeep. Like he said, I've done this all my career. You know,
he put it out?
Yeah, he put it out. It was his thing. He didn't even do a live statement. He put it out. Look it up. Look up almost video, Honey Bieber. But here's the agenda. Because New York is a work thing and it's somewhere else. Here's the agenda. You know what they should really be going after Como for? The nursing home. They should go. But Biden signed something that you can't sue any other governor or any state for the nursing thing.
Why?
So they can't get him on the nursing problem. So they got to get him on the Me Too thing.
Well, but here's the question I have. I don't know the legalities. Maybe we have some lawyers who watch this. If I lived in Europe and my mom was here, I don't say legally, but she's here on a visa, let's say, and she died, could I sue them from Europe to here?
I think you need a very good lawyer. And you have to get, that's a problem. You have to read that law, but so far, everything.
Are you under the American law or a European law? Or
maybe you just weird. Yeah, that is weird. That's a good question. We do need a lawyer to answer that. It's a very weird question. Another thing, dude, you see that I saw the trailer for Gucci. It's phenomenal. And I can't believe that's Jay Leno under that.
Jared, not Jay.
Jared under that. Dude,
Jay Leno.
Yeah, he looks like, oh man, did you see what they did to him?
Dude, I hate saying, I heard he's a real asshole person. I never met him. But I hate, he's a good actor. Like Lady Gaga, everyone shits on her. I don't know why they shit on her.
But she's a good actress.
She's the new Will Smith. She's good at everything. Put her on a TV show next.
You see, Will Smith is doing that King Richard, the father of the tennis, the black girls, the two black girls,
Serena Williams.
Yeah, Williams. It's called King Richard, and it's him like talking to her and training the girls.
Last I saw about him was that he was still pissed because his wife's banging like 8 guys.
Don't they have an open name?
Yeah, all they are. Jay is banging some fucking hot, young, 12-year-old rapper. Not 12, sorry, 18. I'm on calling her pedophile. She still looks hot as shit at her age, but yeah, basically banging some like 21-year-old tattoo-faced fucking.
Oh my God.
Someone put a meme up, or a gif, so I couldn't stop laughing. Was that the rappers nowadays look like the detention fucking desk of high school with the tattoos in their faces? It was like a heart here. It was so fucking funny. I couldn't stop laughing because it's true. I got tons of tattoos. Don't tattoo your face.
Dude, did you hear about the new pizza cake? With AEW and Domino? Because when
Domino's?
Yeah, did you hear what happened with I'm gonna break it to you out. So when fucking Nick Gage took out the fucking pizza cutter and started cutting Jericho's head when they went into commercial, Domino commercial came and they cut the pizza. So Domino's called AEW and said, why don't you do it, but you know how much money Domino's give
Peace
for that ad? And then somebody brought up because of that PJ-14 or whatever thing. This thing, our company doesn't support this because this is very bad. This is terrible. What's happening? And then Dean Ambrose, Moxie go, chill out. You don't tell a company that's your sponsor to shut the fuck out. And then all these AEW people filling up the fucking the website, blah blah blah. And somebody say, bring PBR. And some guy say, PBR is the worst fucking beer you can have. This is
I don't like it. So I don't like it.
Garbage beer. And somebody said, how can PBR support it? But Domino's pretty much said, we don't want no more commercial with this thing.
It's almost as bad as when they had 24, where the one guy who's the guy from State Farm, he was the original spokesman. They had him as the president. I think it was 24. West Wing.
Oh, yeah, no, not 24.
What show was it?
It's it's Palmer, President Palmer.
And he was the president. And the commercial after he got shot and killed was him. The next commercial was him in the commercial as like State Farm. His emergency, like who?
Oh, State Farm. That was great. But He's the voice of State Bar, isn't he?
Pizzagate. That's fucking amazing.
The thing with the pizza cutter. So Jericho got cut.
So I gotta ask you, and I know I'm not a fan of Cornette. I mean, he gets mad about everybody nowadays. He's shit over Nick Cage, and I agree with him. I don't think Nick Cage.
He's a crackhead, that fucking wrestler.
I don't think he's a good wrestler. I don't think he tells a good story. I think he is.
How about that thing with Matt Corday and Showboat? That was a Showboat that said we
watched
Michael.
it.
Michael's a wrestler.
Yeah, I watched the match, and it's
what
not.
do you think about that?
It's not a death match. Here's the problem.
And what do you think of everybody sitting on your boy Dave, Uncle Dave?
Meltzer?
Yeah, and he goes, oh, brother, oh,
brother. Can I rant for 1 second?
Yeah.
The deathmatch thing is going to come back, and I get it. But the problem is, you look at Terry Funk versus fucking Max Jack, Mick Foley.
No.
In Japan, deathmatch. It made sense. You look at every EC motherfucking W match.
Oh,
well, not every, but most of them. They made sense. It wasn't just grab a chair to use a chair. You watch Rob Van Dam versus Sabu. The chairs made sense. You watch the Dudley Boys versus anyone. The tables made sense. It wasn't, hey, I'm going to throw a table in the ring. Yeah, fucking asshole for a table in the ring. It wasn't, I'm bringing a pizza cutter out to bring a pizza cutter out. I watched that match between fucking Nick Cage and Matt, and I like fucking Long Island IC. I love Boo Boo, but the match was a bag of dicks. It was grab a light bulb, bump, grab a light bulb, bump, grab a light bulb, bump. It made no fucking sense. There was no story to it.
But you know what? If you have a bag of dick and you tell the Peacemaker to eat it, he'll eat every bag of dick.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked the next deathmatch if they got a bag of dicks and let them on fire and hit someone with it. It was a shitty match. I mean, the ending was cool, but watching them bleed out the way they did, and it didn't. It was not, and I hate to say it, but Jake Snake Roberts is an etiquette and an understanding to wrestling. It's poetry. It's ballet. It has to make sense. When you're just taking light bulbs and hitting someone, just oh look, I'll do this, you do, oh no, and then you do that, and then I'll hit you. It's fucking dumb. It's like, all right.
It's a much-show ghetto fucking bullshit.
But it goes to show you what Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, what they did with the TLC match, and how it all made sense.
Yeah, it made sense, but then, you know what? And this is what it comes to. The WWF does a better product. The WWF just know how to do big-time matches like that. Like the Hell in the Cell. We'll never go ahead and see another Hell in the Cell because Vince McMahon doesn't like that glory. When somebody
the gory, you're never gonna see Mick fall the fucking cage again.
Yeah, but you're never gonna see stuff of that because it was like a one-time thing. If they do it Hell so they want to go to the top, they might go over the top and do it.
But what do you think of Nick Cage? What do you think of Nick Cage as a wrestler?
Nick Cage,
Frank.
I think the guy's a bum. I think the guy's a guy that he robbed a bank. He's a fucking loser. He's a meth head. And he
died in the ring.
His
claim to fame is that he's so hardcore, he died and came back. No, bro.
The only guy that died in the ring was Jerry Lawler, that had a heart attack, and they brought him back.
It wasn't in the ring, but it was, yeah.
But it was
no, but Nick Cage got his jugular clipped. But what's even funnier is they watched the rise and death of David Arquette.
He did that to David Arquette.
And he got mad at him, yeah. He shouldn't have moved. But what bothers me the most about this individual, and again, I don't know him personally, it could be a work, is the interviews he gives. He talks shit like he's the Undertaker. Like he talks shit like he's this greatest, like he sold the garden out 6 times. Like, bitch, you sold website. What's all? Bingo balls.
You know who did go to Impact and said, I sold the garden? Switchblade.
Who?
Switchblade. Jay White. Switchblade.
Sold the garden out?
Yeah, because he was there for that event at the Ring of Honor when they sold the garden in Japan, and he said, I sold the garden now, and this and that. And then,
but here's the thing. Where was he on the card? Was he the main event?
He was up there. He might have been in the main event.
If he was the main event, you didn't sell the. Here's the thing. And this is going back to everyone gassing up their own ego. If you're not the main event, you didn't sell the garden out. You were a part of it, but you didn't sell it out.
Do you know that garden event on September 10th is going to be a huge event? You know,
hasn't sold out yet.
You know who cut a great promo, and it shocked me. JBL cut one of the greatest promo after 9/11. But he could have been a total baby face. when you talk to people, this is what to be an American, and these people die, and this is what you gotta do it. And it was like, oh my God, what is this guy? And people to this day, because to them, to people, 9/11 was the insurrection in the White House where you had a 65-year-old woman going there, and the guy dressed as a fucking shaman, like a wizard. But you know what? This is what America has become. This is a pussification of America. Of these pussies that are running the country. This is insurrection when these cops are committing suicide because of these fucking vicious, terrible 75-year-old woman wanting to software. What the hell's going on, people?
And they wonder why that idiot Trump got put in presidency. Like, you wonder what's going to happen in the next election. But they're not going to lose their shit.
You know what? And I hate to say that the news is Mrs. Trump because the ratings are down. They want Trump back. Guess what? He's going to run again, and he might win.
Imagine if he runs as a third party and wins.
I think he's going to run with DeSantis. I'm just saying what I think is going to happen. And these idiots might win because it's just these people are so out of their mind. Like in New York City live in a very protected bubble.
Sucks here.
But then, you know what was the biggest thing? De Blasio came out talking about some stuff, right? And the same day, he's talking about 10 people just got shot in Queens. And he's talking about his concert. And the top of that, he's talking to a rapper. I'm like,
talking about COVID, there's like 3 or 4 deaths every fucking week. But the 10 deaths every day, everybody gets shot.
He didn't even mention that. The 10 deaths, the 6 people, 10 people just got shot. And it's like, the only thing he talks about is like, it's about this rapper and this fucking concert in Central Park. That's the only thing he come up. We're going to have a big concert. This is that.
Oh, yeah, it's the biggest one. It's fucking the Bruce. So I will say this much. So Lollapalooza was last weekend. They had like 100,000 people packed in. I went to go see Green Day at Citi Field. They were phenomenal. Went to see Guns N' Roses last night. They were good, a little too loud.
Are these super spreaders?
Now we're going to see. Now that's kind of my point. If I didn't get COVID from all of that, vaccine or whatnot, I don't want to hear shit.
You know what I'm going to tell you right now? I was in a room with you in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
Where over 300 people partying on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
If none of us got sick of the vaccine work, and that's a go, you want to go fuck yourself.
And we were partying with some young ladies from Ohio. Ohio, right?
I got spit on 3 times, and I'm still alive. Rossi, but I did get my vaccine.
Ohio. Where were they from?
I don't know. Oh yeah, they were from Ohio. Yeah, they were the Cougar baby.
No, not those. The other ones, the young ones.
Oh yeah, they were
college ones.
Oh my God, one of those girls was so beautiful that I
wanted.
I got both of them.
There was a dozen, and like most of them were. There was a few that were like, throw it back to the city.
I gotta tell you, in Fort Lauderdale, I talked to every woman that I could talk to, and they were paying attention.
They were.
It was pretty fascinating.
You were from New York, and you were a cast of characters.
And I was like, woohoo!
Hey, I want to phone with you. By the way, all right, so what we got? We're 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
Who is your motherfucker of the week?
You know what? My motherfucker of the week in the entire state of New York. You're going to mandate fucking people to take the vaccine. Thank you. You give us a little bit and then you take it. So, very simple. I'm going to break it down. Most of New York is pretty healthy, pretty good. And we probably got an immune system by ourselves or something. But you just fuck Broadway because tourists can't come to New York if they didn't get the vaccine. Guess who our biggest supporters of Broadway? Tourists. Regular New Yorker don't give 2 fucks about going to these places. But now you're going to kill the tourists and maybe these people don't want to get the vaccine. Look at England. They were the first one that got the vaccine and people were dying from blood clot. Nobody talks about how many people are dying from certain things. But you guys, really? This is what you want to do? So you want to fuck the restaurant and bar down? Because guess what? There's going to be a lot of people that be like, you know what? Why don't I go to a bar? I'm going to buy a 6-pack, go home, and fuck these people. Because I don't want to be.
What happens? So you can't go indoors to eat or drink unless you show your vaccination card.
It's the Nazi. Where are your papers? I thought we're American. Where are your papers? Where are your papers? This is fucking Nazi.
How does that work with kids? Because children under 12 can't get the vaccine. So if you have a 7-year-old, you can't go to the restaurant? You gotta stay home? How does that work? No papers.
Nobody's thinking about this. It's like, everybody's on the sofa. I got the vaccine. Because look at me. I need every vaccine I can get, goddammit. Because I'm Rob Rossi. And I got my jab. I also got my sexy card. It looks very sexy. So I can go to places. No, my sexy card.
Excelsior.
Yeah, you know.
At least your sexy card. What the fuck kind of card is that?
I should have a sexy card. Look at me. Woo. Damn sexy. The women love me. No. It's an outrage.
It's a very good outrage.
No, but serious. What happened to common sense again? This whole shit is getting to the point that the people don't even want to watch the news. People want to just sit back. People want to entertain. People want to get fun. People making no money. Jobs are coming back. But then we take 2 steps backwards to this shit.
Alright, so did you see the, I'm tired of talking politics and virus shit. The Venom trailer, the new one, you see it?
Fantastic.
I don't know. I agree with the way they brought Carnage in. They changed the original story. For those who don't know the original story about Carnage, Eddie Brock was in jail. The Venom symbiote broke him out and then part of himself there, like the Venom symbiotes do. And that's how Carnage became to be. And this incarnation,
I think he bits it.
He bites him.
He
bits him. He bites him, you fuck.
He bit him. The blood is I never had before.
Cassius bites him, and which I'm cool with. It makes sense. It's kind of the same mentality.
Are you
both in jail.
partners?
I get it, but the trailer shows him, Woody Harrelson playing Cassius, shows him a little more subdued and methodical. In the comic, he's batshit crazy. He's lunatic.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I also like the fact that Carnage in the comics was really skinny, as opposed to Venom's bigness, and it showed the contrast, how Carnage was so skinny and small, could beat the shit out of him. Having them both be the same size, I'm not buying.
He used to look like Carnage. He looks a little smaller.
You see me lots of
You know what I was seeing? You know what the funny thing about this whole thing? And I was looking at it. I was saying, because you got Carnage, right? And then you got Eddie Rock. But they could have easily, like, I don't know, like, the movie looks good, but it's like missing something.
Well, Scream's coming in. They showed a clip of Scream, like, how the fuck is she getting by?
But you know what they should have done? You remember that similar statement they did, like that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal in space called Life?
Apparently that was supposed to be part of it.
You could have fucking done that, and it would have made so much sense how they got here.
Apparently that was
and then
part of the flooding.
They just scratched it. That's a perfect story. Because he was surrounded by this whole thing. That could have been.
But how fucking, because wasn't Ryan Reynolds in that?
Oh yeah, he died.
So okay, imagine he didn't die, and now he keeps coming. Venom, Deadpool.
But he's another character. He's just a character.
I know. Imagine playing Venom, Deadpool. Like the multiverse. Like, what if that trailer looks phenomenal? But what if? I cannot. That's why
cannot
next
wait
week.
for that.
It's August 11th. I cannot wait for that.
No, next week you got What If. You got the Titans. A lot of shit's coming out, man.
I was supposed to see Morbius. Morbius isn't coming out until February of next year. But we also have 10 rings of Shang-Chi.
That's coming out in September.
September 3rd.
I wonder if you could buy it on Disney. Dude, I bought
maybe not.
I bought the Black Widow, and it was good. It was
okay.
It was okay.
The problem with Disney and Marvel is they do such a good job with certain things that they set the bar so high that if it's okay, it's like, all right. I mean, Black Widow was a great movie. Was it Loki? No.
The best thing was Loki with Kane.
Kane
It's like, holy shit, where they going there? You know he's the big villain for the next thing.
Well, that was my point. Like, so you have that, and then you have Black Widow. Black Widow was not a bad movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
but compared to Loki, in my opinion, compared to Winter Soldier and Falcon.
The other day I was wearing my variant shirt, and it was like, oh, that's very funny. But everybody told me it's about Loki. Don't fucking
Delta variant. Yeah. People are fucking idiots that stuff.
I get some good shirts. People know I'm the shirt man. God damn it.
Yeah.
Just
and you can buy his shirts. ProWrestlingTees.com
and Bonfire, baby. I got the new one. That's an outrage.
Just look up Getting Lumped Up with Rob Rossi.
Johnny got a lot of shirts too. Look at that handsome man with the crazy eyes. But I gotta tell you, I'm looking what AEW. You think the first AEW Rampage? Are we gonna get CM Punk?
No, you're gonna get him all in Chicago.
No, that's what I mean. The first Rampage in Chicago. And guess what? If that motherfucker's not in Chicago, I can tell you there's gonna be a riot. They're gonna burn the fucking building down.
Now the question I have is, are they gonna get the rights to corporate personality?
Oh, I think Tony bought already.
Dude, they hit that music. Well, that I heard, and then speaking of,
what if you do that and you had Daniel Bryan? Because you know they used to call Daniel Bryan the best in the world. You know, so you got that. The music hit Daniel Bryan come out. Yes.
So
yes. I'm the best in the world. And then CM Punk come. No, I'm the best. And you can have them fucking go win each other. Dude, how about Micaiah Black retiring Cody Rhodes? I don't
think he's retiring. I think he's going to come back. But
he fucking beat him.
He beat his ass.
He beat his
but
ass.
Tony Khan just bought the rights, I thought it was very weird, to Rancid's Ruby Soho.
Oh, yeah?
So the rumor is, guess what it is? Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
Because she was called Ruby Soho before apparently she's going to come out. Which I would love to see that. She's another one. She's like, what's his face? The one night Jack's partner.
Oh, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
Ruby Riott. What's the one, Rosa? She's the best wrestler there. The one with the hat tattoo.
Yeah, that's what my point is. Ruby Riott. Let me go back to what I was saying. Ruby Riott, Ruby Soho, whatever we call her. There's times she's so hot, so gorgeous, and there's times I'm like, oh, what happened? Like you, what? It's not that amazing. It's amazing of
the Impact.
You think?
It's not her Impact.
I think she's going to AEW, be the face of the Women's Championship at AEW.
Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa to me is the next female wrestler.
She's a good wrestler.
And I like to
with a half face, yes.
I love to see her and Brooke Baker have another rematch from that crazy fucking.
That match is phenomenal. That match is phenomenal.
But dude, if you look at Impact's doing some pretty good wrestling, and people know what it is.
The Good Brothers, man, to this day, they're still there. They're still working.
I like that they got Jay White. I'm the new leader of the Bullet Club. You guys just talk, and do nothing.
I think the biggest downfall right now for wrestling is that you can't go to Japan for anything. Because they're locked down.
Here.
No, they're not.
No, they're coming here. You see?
Yeah, but they can't go back then. That's a point.
You seen Haku's son was fighting? He's green, but he's gonna be
Tongan Kid. Oh, no, the Tongan Kid, he's not green. For the Bullet Club. Is his other son?
I know, but he's still learning. You can tell that he's still learning, but his dad was. It was great. It was great seeing him.
I don't ever want to meet Haku. I'm afraid of him. I've never met him. The stories I hear about him scare the shit out of me.
Dude, between him and Rick Rude, have you looked at Rick Rude's son? Them motherfuckers as big as Rick Rude and Bob.
Plus, him is Flying Brian. Oh, he looks good. The mullet sucks though.
So you know, did you watch NXT? So one of the guys that got choked out by Samoa Joe was Rick Steiner's son, and his style looks phenomenal. That guy's gonna be a star.
Well, did you see that they already cut some kid from AEW because he's not rapping about the Olympics and shit?
Yeah, he said something. We got mental health like Salone B. And then the other one, he said,
the Duke guy is like,
he said, we're so over like the Duke club that we shoot somebody. And it's like, oh, they go. But you know what? All those, again, here we go. All these kids got, it was fake. They didn't bring nobody. They got touched. So now these guys got in trouble. It's an acclaim. The acclaim.
No, I get it, but
it's
still,
like,
that's you can't make jokes about rappers like about rape. Like, I get it.
No, but they didn't rape. They were clear.
They were accused though.
But they were accused of didn't rape.
Some assholes didn't admit about it.
And it's so funny that came up, and then Tony Khan just came out, and then he just deleted it. He just started the show, but he acclaimed those guys. What's the guy's name? Alex something. Those guys are good, man. But now
we need an interview with
But now you got close. Now you got the cancer closer. How can you be a good heel if you can't do something like that?
MJF, that's how.
But no, but these guys were good heel. They did something to get the heel pop. And people got offended. No, this is a heel. They're bad guys.
Could you mention us in AEW?
I don't know, but I think we need Tony Khan to come over here and talk to us. Because I think he will talk to us. It was. I think that September 22nd show, AEW, we're going to be there. I think we should make a splash. I think we should make a little noise. I think we should go there early and make a little noise.
Big signs lumped up. And if you're going to the show in Queens, bring a big sign that's lumped up on it.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, what the fuck? What is lumped up shit?
Lumped up, baby. But I'm saying there's so much thing. It's like, dude, I love the whole thing with the labor of Jericho.
The man's amazing. The man's so amazing.
And Jericho looks like shit. Jericho looks fat.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
No, he doesn't.
Jericho got my body.
No, he didn't. No one has your body, a bowling ball. Fuck. He posted some photo of him and his son. He's still jacked. He's bigger, but.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about that whole thing with Goldberg? And now he got his son.
So,
did
you watch Monday Night Raw?
It's great.
Did you watch how they pumped in the chants?
Yeah.
They showed how everyone's going Goldberg. They show the crowd. No one's mouths are moving. It's dead silent.
Goldberg.
You can tell the company if they're smart, they will have him get destroyed. Destroy Goldberg bullshit.
I think he's going to destroy him, but I think they're going to try to push his son.
His son's like 15.
See how big he looked, the kid? That was that kid that big.
He was a fat little prick 5 years ago. No offense.
Diesel.
He's not Vin Diesel.
No,
he's not family. Well, he's family.
Dude, do you see how the Rock shit on the Fast and the Furious he's never going to do it?
He's out. Yeah, he's out.
You think, fuck Vin Diesel, he's motherfucking that come late, I ain't never working. Yeah, what the Rock makes more money than half of those people.
He was like, oh,
his movie, The Jungle Cruise, killed it, made a lot of money. Dude made over $100 million.
He's not dumb. And that's with him being on Disney Plus.
Do you see what they did with the Snake Eye movie?
No.
They eliminated the Cobra Commander having that kind of KKK hood. And they just go and give him the helmet no more. He doesn't have that hood no more. Like,
really?
When they think it's KKK, I'm like, are you people?
It's blue.
It's blue. Doesn't look like, but some people it was a KKK. And like,
it had no point. It was just there it is.
All right, let's go, Joe. So let's talk about one more thing. What do you think of the Master of the Universe? And we will tell you spoiler because you idiots should have watched it.
No, yeah, well, it's only 4 or 5 episodes in. They
killed He-Man twice.
Not He-Man.
Adam.
Prince Adam.
Exactly.
They're different individuals. Get it right.
But Kevin's been saying that he didn't die. He got a mortal thing, but he didn't die.
I love the show. I'm not lying. I thought it was phenomenal.
I love it.
I love the fact that they brought in so much of the fucked up toys. And I mean, this is the movie, which everyone hated the movie. I love the movie. The movie was so bad. It was so good.
But they kill people in this.
Yes. Everyone's in it. I mean, everyone. When I heard that fucking Henry Rollins was fucking Triclops, everybody's in it. Oh, that's amazing.
They killed Orko. They killed Robot Man. They killed another character.
You know who that was? It was Justin Long.
Oh yeah,
Keep accepted.
So they kill a few people, but it makes it realistic. And then you go into heaven where Prince Adam wants it. You get the original.
All the
He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah. All the different He-Man. And it's like, whoa. So they might bring a new He-Man. Are they going to turn
Kevin Smith shitting on him was great.
Yeah. He did a
Kevin
great
Smith got
job.
pissed and he's shitting on a lot of fans. No offense. Leave the guy alone. He's shooting Clerks 3 now. Like, he put his heart, sweat, and tears 3 years and then you guys are shitting all over it. Stop. There's not enough He-Man. No shit.
Hey, Kevin Smith, you need some cameo for part 3? We're here. The Freak and the Fat Man. God damn it. That's what I'm talking about. We're ready for our cameo. We're ready for our special appearance. Come on, Kevin Smith. Give some people a chance. We're poor, struggling people in the East Village trying to make a dime, goddammit.
Redback can't fall.
And Redback is not far, baby. We can go there. We can make a fool of ourselves. I make a fool of myself all the time.
He does.
For his big head.
Alright, so where are you the next couple weeks?
So the next...
Oh, by the way, before I cut you off, August 25th, we will be in Atlantic City. There's about, what, 20 of us showing up? It is going to be what is called a shit show.
It's always a shit show.
It's going to be interesting, it's going to be funny. We'll be filming a lot of TV shows, podcasts. If you are in the area and you feel like coming down and seeing the stupidity that is us, we will be there.
And not only that, we will also be at Comic-Con on Thursday, October 7th. And
I'll be at Dragon Con in Atlanta. You go to Dragon Con, look for us. We're staying at the Marriott. That's going to be a shit show too. But anyway, you're going to be there for weeks.
I don't go to Dragon Con because I'm not a dragon and I don't have any fire coming out of my asshole. Only when I eat Mexican food there's a little fire.
Happy just to get this very loud here. That's why I'm going to wrap this shit up.
So people, we'll be around. Anything getting lumped up, anything FreakJonn, send us a message. We love you, fuck you, and we'll see you next week on this wonderful TV show program. And you got your host, the great FreakJonn, and you got your co-host, Rob Roxy.
Don't
the
get
man
drunk.
Of the hour, the tower of power, but don't get drunk, get lumped up. See you next week, you fucking son of a bitch.